Like, imagine you admiring someone for who you think they are, and then you ask people that might know them a bit, and everybody is saying almost the same thing. The same thing they are saying is run. But then I don't know, just like run from what? I want to know what I'm running from. My brother will say God is saving your life, but you don't want to be saved.
Life weekly with
I feel
Esther
like such a
Amos, big babe right now. I am on Spotify. It's not
was
easy
funny
the
and sad
state
at the
of
same time.
flow that I haven't been in years. The last time I experienced that kind of flow was in
Nothing else
2023.
mattered to me at that point. Let's get into this episode. Hi, and welcome to this new episode and this new month. I hope you're doing well. I hope life is treating you really, really well. And I also apologize for the long break in transmission. But I just decided to give more energy into my final semester results or my final semester exam, since I didn't really like my last semester results. I don't think I maximized my academic potential last semester because I was trying to do a lot of things. I don't even know why. But this time around, I just decided that maybe this is how life is supposed to be. There are times where you put in less energy in some things so that other things will not suffer. And since my academic journey is a definite one at this point in time, it would be really good if I could live well, live with a bow, and know that it was not because I did not put in all my effort or more effort that I did not like end up liking my results at the end of the day. But this is final semester and I just decided to do that. And I was reading so much. I read as much as I could. And there are times where I felt really bad that I had not recorded an episode. But I had exams and even the projects and everything. Bro, it has been a lot, very much stimulating, but still fun regardless. And while I had exams, I finally put out the episode of me and my friend. I think I said it in the last episode. That's the last episode before this one that I recorded earlier, and I thought the audio was bad. But after feeling bad that I had not put out any episode, I went back to listen to it again. I literally sat down with the audio and I found out that it was not even that bad. I don't even know why I condemned the audio so much. But yeah, it wasn't that bad, and I put it out. You can listen to the full conversation. And before I get into everything I experienced this week, because this week was so much fun, I'm just going to run through where I've been. Like I said, I've been writing exams, and I edited the video with I am my friend. And what else did I do? Yes, I knew that there was something exciting I wanted to talk about. I realized I had a crush on someone, and I'm very sure the person is not subscribed to this because they seem like they don't really care about things like this. But I realized I had a crush on someone, and it was very, it felt very, very strange. And I don't even remember how it happened. Is it that I don't know if I don't remember if I saw him laughing and I thought it was cute. But the whole fun part about this crush activity is that I never thought that it was something that could happen. Like, but not like that, but like, we've been in this same school for the past 5 years together. And it feels like I'm just seeing him for the first time. And I think he's really cool. Even though between then, when I started questioning him, and now, we've said more than hi to each other. But it's like too late. And right now, we have just 6 days to graduation, and I've not had, let me say, a proper conversation. A proper conversation would be like for an hour or 2 hours where we would ask each other really, really deep and interesting questions and not just talk about random things. But then I haven't texted him. I don't think I want to even text him. I want to have this conversation in person. And I had this crush theory that we're not supposed to talk to our crush, that you just admire them from afar and add them to the list of things that keep you moving in life if you don't already have something. But yeah, life is short. So I've been in conflict standing between life is short and just admire this person and move on. But I think I've crossed the line already because we already talk. No, when I see him, I say hi. And then if I don't know, perchance we say one or two things to each other. And so yes, that's one of the exciting things that happened. I also had my final defense. I had my final defense. I also texted someone that I missed. I felt very relieved when I did that. Just felt like, oh, finally. Because I don't know, I think it's social media that has ruined a lot of things in this life. But I was excited to text the person and hear from them. I was glad that they were doing fine. And even if the conversation did not continue for a while, I was just happy to hear that they were doing fine. And also, while I was reading one time for my exams, I read about the cerebral cortex. I don't remember the course I was reading, but I got distracted. Yes, I got distracted. And I was reading about the cerebral cortex and the frontal lobe. And funny enough, I saw that this scientifically that trauma and hard life experiences in younger years can help the frontal lobe develop faster. Because there are sometimes you see on social media where someone will be like, oh, maybe a person is behaving in a particular way because their frontal lobe is not fully developed. And I just had to go and check what this frontal lobe meant because I didn't want to assume that I knew the meaning because of the context in which it was used. And so I read about it and I found out that the frontal lobe is responsible for our decisions. And then when we go through hard or new experiences, it forces our brains to think of ways to survive out of them. Our brain forms new neural pathways and it makes it grow and strengthens our decision making skill. And I think it's very nice. But even before finding out about this thing, there's this theory I have always had about decision making that can sum it up a bit. And is that there are people that always seek for second opinion. They're like, anytime they want to make a decision, they always go around to be like, oh, ask other people, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And it's good to seek counsel, but it's not every time. Sometimes sit down with yourself and weigh your options and the consequences of each option and make the decision. Because I just think that if someone keeps outsourcing their thinking and decision making, can make them start doubting their own credibility. Because even if you make a decision and the first outcome wasn't good, you go again. You go again. You make decisions, keep making decisions until you start believing in your decision making skills and you build that reputation for yourself. So yeah, back to the frontal lobe development and the trauma. It was very funny because they said that when a child goes through or when anybody goes through a traumatic experience, their brain is now looking for ways to bring them out of that situation so they can, start enjoying life again. And that whole process of healing, in quote, causes their frontal lobe to develop. And I feel like this is why when most people go through either a breakup or a loss or anything, they become really different afterwards. And I think it can be tied to this reason that their brains have formed new neural pathways. So, if you're going through any hard thing, it's in your best interest to see it as an opportunity to grow. But apart from traumatic childhood experience, people who grow up in households that encourages them to try new things, to try and learn musical instruments or learn a skill or do something that ordinarily children would not be allowed to do, or children, or seemed inappropriate for children. Those kind of things that be like, oh, let him be a child now, but you still encourage them to read a book. That kind of environment can cause frontal lobe to develop faster. Wow, this is all really good. I just really liked the fact that I was distracted by, or I was curious enough to leave the academic book I was reading to read about the frontal lobe. Now that I have a better understanding of this, I'm just really happy. I just really like knowing things. And also, if you don't have any of this, maybe your life is, or you don't have any traumatic experience or hard experiences, and you didn't also grow up in an environment as a child where they encourage you to do new things, they put a list of things to do. They said running can help and still trying new things at whatever age you are in, doing something unusual, breaking out of your normal routine can also help you build or develop more neuroplasticity. And so, yeah, that's something interesting I learned. And fast forward to how this week has been. We're currently doing TTG. I finished my exams 2 weeks ago, but we had this TTG. It was a total graduate program in my school where we sit, bro. The amount of hours we sit down for is insane. I feel like I want to take this schedule back home where I work for how many hours? We go there by I leave my hostel by 6 and we start singing from like 7 and then the whole teaching starts by 8. So let me say we are taught for 4 hours. We rest for 2 hours, come back, learn for another 4 hours. That's 4 plus 4, that's 8. That means 10 hours of learning. Bro, that is insane and I like it. Wow. I think I'm going to go back and model this at home in my life because we're actually learning a lot of things. We are learning a lot of things. And during the TTG, I think on the second day or the third day, I think I sat down with my friends for the first 3 days. Then on the third day, I was like, I posted on my Twitter, I said I wanted to sit with new people this TTG. Because like by leaving school, I'll probably not see these people again forever. So what's the harm? I was like, you know what? I just want to mingle. And even though the first person slide me, the second person did not slide me. And I enjoyed myself. We both did not sleep. Normally, I would doze off maybe at some point or two because, of course, the teachings are intense. But I did not sleep at all. And I'm spending more time around people outside my usual circle, which is outside of my normal routine and it's causing neuroplasticity in my head. And I got bookings for Thursday. The person is sure, but I sat with someone different on Friday. I have another person for Monday and Tuesday, and a whole group of people on Wednesday. These are the girls. I'm just going to sit down with them at the outside where they usually sit. Then on Thursday, I don't have anybody yet, but I'm sure I'll find. Or should I text my crush and ask him if he'll sit with me? And side note, God I beg. Even though I've tweeted about it a lot, there are only 7 or 6 people that actually know who the person is. And I don't think any of his friends are interested in listening to podcasts. He's what you would call a bad boy in quotes. And that made me also, I'm leaving the whole point of TTG, but that also made me read about why good girls in quotes are attracted to bad boys in quotes. Not like they're bad, but like when you see these two people, you just know that, oh, they are so different. They look like they don't value the same things, even if they might, but they may express it in different ways. Because there are some people that we see and we don't expect them to be with their partners or the partners that they are with. But we're just like, oh well, who knows? That kind of situation. Yes, that's the exact situation. So yes, I was looking for actual research papers, anthropological research on the whole concept of attraction between good girls in quotes and bad boys in quotes. But I didn't really find, I only found Medium articles and I read them and they seemed okay. I got some understanding. I saw other people's perspective. There was one on Medium I saw. It was funny. It was not written by a Nigerian, but they spoke or their tone was like that of a Nigerian. The person was like, run. He didn't even try to sugarcoat anything. It was like, if you're a good girl in quotes reading this, run. Run from whoever bad boy in quotes you're attracted to. Then I read a woman's research and she was speaking about how these good girls, they've like followed rules all their lives, they've done the right things, and they see someone who is living a different life, and instead of them trying, or they see someone doing things different from how they do things, and they consider is it not good? That kind of thing. And so instead of now trying those things or trying to do things in a different way, they now want to partner with that person so they can do those things through them. There's a way she explained it, but that was the whole concept. Like seeing someone, maybe you see someone living very expressively, and so you try to live through them by being close to them instead of doing the actual things. And then she was like, good girls also like also like challenges. And so when they see things like that, they are like, oh, this is a challenge. And they want to unravel the challenge. But she said they should run, sha. So back to my TTG experience. So far, the only teaching I remember is the teaching about mentorship. And I think it's mostly because that is something I have had a shallow understanding of. It's something I thought I really understood. But while he was teaching, the professor that took the course, I found out that there are some things that I was missing a lot. The part about being humble, and the part about how you being the one chasing after your mentors is not cringe, because these people are actually very busy people. And if they are already where you want to be in life, chances are they are running a very tight schedule. And you have to be the one to fight for your space in that schedule. And that's something I intend to put into practice, because I have people I admire from afar that I can call them remote mentors, because that was a category. Having remote mentors for spirituality, male and female, for business, for career, and for creativity or media. I have people in all those spaces that I look up to. But someone that I can have a conversation with, I don't really have that. I don't, which one is really, I don't have, I don't have, even though there are some people that I have seen now. There's someone I have noticed or I took notes of recently that could actually be a mentor. We're in the same set, and I've seen them as a potential mentor, and I will keep in touch with them. But before seeing the person in that light, I don't think I had one. So yeah, I have had a fun learning experience. I made content, and even before TTG, yes, I also had FYB week. I'll be FYB days. Anyway, I had FYB, the one where you wear your sign out t-shirt. I did that. I did Jersey Day. I had so much fun on Jersey Day. Oh my days. I don't want to say what exactly I did, because that could give my crush away. That could give my crush away. But anyway, I had fun on Jersey Day, and then there was the dinner, and then we started TCG. TCG has been so much fun. Contrary to all the things I've been hearing, it has been a lot of fun. And also sitting with different people, interacting with people in my school on Twitter, seeing them in real life and saying hi has made life fun for real. People really make life fun. And then back to my crush, because that's also been the highlight of my week. My friend, I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and they were like, you know how you can tell that your friends don't want to hurt your feelings? And they were like, oh, he's not, oh, he's not a wicked person. But if you have time to work, you can pursue this. And they said something about, one of them said something about Love Island. And I've never watched a Love Island episode, but they said you can try Love Island with your life. I don't know what that means. I don't think I'm willing to try 6 days. I think I am practicing self control by not doing anything, or by not being or doing anything extravagant about this whole thing, guy. Because the first time I went to check his socials, the first post I saw, I was in denial. I was in denial. I was like, eh? Hmm. Then I was like, okay, oh, it's Twitter now. People tweet a lot of things. But regardless of how shameless a person wants to be, it still came from them. Or even if they want to say, oh, they did not mean it, it still came from you, it still came from your head. And then I saw that and I was still in denial. I was like, again. And I saw on Instagram another post. That's the only thing on his profile. And it's not even his picture. It was something like this. And I was just like, why? Why? And so I think Instagram listens to our conversation, because tell me why when I was scrolling, I saw a video about crush. And the one was like, a crush is a mirror. They say a crush is a mirror into your potential. Yes. Because and I see some truth in it. Because she was like, if you have a crush on someone, that means you are, this is something I've heard before, Sha, but not this way. It means you're attracted to something, a particular attribute about your crush that you would like to have in your life. And so you are attracted to how you could be. That's what she said. And so they were like, write down why you're attracted to your crush. And I did that. Write down what you're attracted to in your crush and then see if those things are lacking in your own life and try to work towards it. And I did that, but I still think it's cute. To be honest, I still think it's cute. And I saw him on Saturday, and I'm not even going to lie. I've almost froze because I wasn't expecting to see him there. That was so random. I wasn't expecting to see him where I saw him. See, I'm just so happy that I even graduated because imagine me having a crush on him in like maybe like 2 years ago. Ha! That would have been so crazy because things would have actually graduated. Maybe we would have started talking right then. But who knows? What if we had started talking and then I find out things about him that I don't want around my life and then would have stopped talking. But yeah, I just think the whole thing is just fun. But right now, I'm just keeping my cool. So I don't want to do anything I'll regret. Because I was laughing at somebody the other time that how we they get hearts broken in final year. That the time they are supposed to be using after school to work on their life, they'll not be using it to heal. Plus, all my friends have warned me. God, it's so, I don't say it's so bad, but like imagine you admiring someone for who you think they are, and then you ask people that might know them a bit, and everybody is saying almost the same thing. The same thing they are saying is run. Everybody is saying run. And it's like, I'm just like, first of all, you people don't really know him like that. Okay, they don't really know him, but they shall know him maybe more than I do. And they're all like saying run. But then I don't know. Just like run from what? I want to know what I'm running from. My brother will say God is saving your life, but you don't want to be saved. Oh my days. I feel like I just sat down here to yap about my crush today. But yeah, that has also been one of the highlights of my week. I'm also trying to spend as much time as I can with my friends too, even though I am trying to mix up with other people in the set. I'm having spending time with my friends too, documenting as much pictures and videos as I can, and also looking for job opportunities after school. I want to really, I had a goal this year and I hope I can achieve those goals even though time is gone. Bro, I spent a lot of time in school. I've just been screaming since I spent 7 months. I've spent 7 months in school. Guys, I have spent 7 months in this place, and looking at all the things I wrote down I wanted to do at the beginning of this year, I have done most of them, which I am very happy about. But there's still a chunk of them I haven't done. And not like I have not done them at all. I have done them, but not in the volume in which I set earlier. Because I set specific numbers for everything. And I have done a number of them, but not as high as I want. So yeah, that's it for this week. I have 6 days left. So 6 more days till I no longer see my crush. 6 days left till this environment becomes a part of my story, a past. Wow. I don't know. There's just this mixed feeling everyone has. Like I'm happy to be living because I like how life keeps moving. You get to experience new and exciting things. But then I just do not want to live feeling like there is something I did not do. And I'm speaking in respect to my crush again. No, I've been fighting between texting him and not texting him. But all my friends have just been saying, see, just leave this as it is. Like, Just when you guys see, talk as much as you can or as little as you can, whatever it is. Just do not push further, because they already told me that, oh, the ones that know him like warned me to run. But anyways, who knows? It could be a very good friend or a business partner, or I don't know. There's something still drawing me to him, regardless of what I have written down. And this is something that has happened before. I remember in my 200 level when I was really attracted to someone. I think I should still pray about this. Yes, and I prayed about it, and luckily I had time to interact with the other person before they graduated, and I was able to do what God would what God wanted me to do for them. And till today, I think I'm still a significant part of whatever journey they are in right now, or whatever phase they are in, or when they look back, they remember that I had a significant input in their life. But it was also because they were open and willing. So I don't really know. Who knows why I'm attracted to this person? What does God want me to do for them? Hmm. So that's it for this week's episode. I apologize if I yapped about my crush a lot, but we just have 6 days left. And that was one thing I was excited about during this TTG period. And luckily, he's sitting where I can see him when I just want to, glance through for some motivation to not sleep. Yes. So I'll see you next week. By that time, I'll probably be back home or on the road. Anyway, thank you for listening. Don't forget to share. I would have more exciting stories for you next week. I'm actively documenting. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, leave a comment about any time you've had a crush on someone and what you did about it. I feel like it's harder for girls. Yes, because if a guy has a crush on a girl, he'll just text her and then they'll start talking. Why? It's not supposed to be this hard. Anyway, I've gone back to ranting about this crush thing again. Bye.